YouTube channel, #MovieBabe. I am MovieBabe, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episode 3 of season 2, All the Queen's Men on BET+. But before we get to it though, I want y'all to go ahead and drop down, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBabe, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that's the type of content that you like, you might as well hit the subscribe button. I also review College Hill Celebrity Edition as well as P-Valley. Yeah, so go ahead. If y'all new here, binge all my shit. Binge it all, okay? That way you'll be caught up for a P-Valley new review on Sunday and College Hill review that I probably will drop on Friday. But let's go ahead and get into episode 3 entitled Crash of the Titans. As y'all know, I recap the episode storyline by storyline. So let's go ahead and get started with Diamond Amp. So Diamond's visiting Amp in the hospital, and she leans over and it's like, hey, you better wake up soon. And then she touches him and his skin is cold. So she panics, she calls the doctor, and we find out that all the machines have been turned off, so they weren't able to read his vitals, and he went into something called septic shock, okay? He's revived or whatever, but in the meantime, Dime calls Madam, as she fucking should. Madam comes in, raising hell, questioning everybody, and she finds out that Pat does indeed work at the hospital. So Amp is revived or whatever, and then they have a long, drawn-out, boring-ass scene with Dime and Amp talking about fucking nothing. I can't stand this storyline. Amp can't act. Dime is okay, but every time they're in a scene together, it's traditional Tyler Perry shit. It's like long nothingness happening. It's just a full of fucking nothing happening, and I just can't stand it. Anyhow, let's skip past it because they weren't talking about shit for real. So Madam catches Pat in the parking lot, and she basically asks if she unplugged the machines. Pat says she did not, and Madam actually believes her. But Pat does read Madam down and basically tells her about how her world of playing boss lady is going to eventually crash down on her. So let's go ahead and go into Madam. So while Madam's at home, the concierge calls and he tells her to turn on the news. We find out that the halfway house raid has made the news, but no evidence of Madam implicating Madam in blue is available because the concierge got rid of it all. Instead, they're basically going to frame Bill, the person who took the money, with the halfway house raid. He also tells her that he has eyes on Bill and he will bring Bill to her when the time is right. So in this conversation, the concierge really wants Madam to work on controlling her temper as to not jeopardize her business and in turn his business. He also tells her, hey, get ready, be dressed by 8 a.m. Ain't tell her where she was going, but he did say to dress up formal. That's what we like, man. Okay, don't kidnap me or nothing, but just be be ready at 8 and let me know if I need heels or sneakers. Okay, that's it. Like that's a woman's dream. Okay, no kidnapping shit. All right, but later at the club, Madam catches Blue up with everything that happened with the concierge and Bill. And then Madam also asks about Blue and Cat because it's evident that Blue is shaken up, when she gets called into Madam's office or whatever. So she basically hands out orders for the night, tell Blue to hold down the fort because she has an event going on. And Blue is just like, Madam, don't give him none, okay? Yeah, okay. So later we find out that the concierge actually is taking Madam to a gala at the White House. Yeah, at the White House. And he wants to teach her how to play chess instead of the checkers that she's been playing. He's tired of hearing her name come up in lowbrow conversations of basically the hood, and he wants her to step her cookies up, basically. And it's the same thing that Miss Tanya was saying last season, your name comes up in these small hood affiliated circles. Meanwhile, I'm big dog status, okay? So concierge basically tells Madam the same thing, and he wants to teach her how to elevate her business. So after their conversation, the concierge then summons over the judges. Yeah, y'all know the judge, the same judge that Madam ripped their front doors off and took their daughter hostage. Yeah, he summons them over, right? And he lets Madam know you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, okay? So the judges come over and they have small talk. The men step away. And then the judge offers to make Madam's cases go away if, quote unquote, if but no if, because Madam don't like ultimatums. But the judge just wants Madam to leave her daughter alone, and then Madam says deal right away because Madam don't care about that girl daughter. Like, she's like, okay, yeah, deal. All right, bye. Get out my face. So on the plane ride home, yes, on the plane ride home, okay, the private jet status, the concierge calls Madam out for always acting hard all the time. And he lets her know that you are worried about the wrong things. Like, you worried about all these low lives because she was thinking about Bill or whatever. And he was like, he's nothing. He's basically, his life is going to be over tomorrow. He was like, what you need to do is enjoy the moment. And so she was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And she was like, do you want to fuck me? And he was like, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Bro, but I tell you, that shit's so player. I gotta use it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. She goes over to him and she whispers in his ears, but you have. And then they have a nice little sex scene. You know, she kicked that leg up and then he do what they do. And then it was a nice sex scene. I feel like, and it was still tasteful, I feel like this sex scene is more exciting than the one between, what's that girl name? Haley and Andre on P-Valley. That when they finally had sex, I was like, boo, boring, tomato, throwing tomatoes. But Madam and the concierge was an unexpected, really steamy scene. So I was here for that. Let's go ahead and get into the club drama for this episode. So the undercover detective comes over to the nightclub and she basically tells Blue that everybody is curious on how she got out of jail, as well as why Kat, Blue's wife, hasn't showed up for work. The detective still wants to be helpful by, like, basically working with Madam and Blue, but Blue isn't here for none of that shit. She's like, girl, get out of here before I string you upside down again. El Fuego for this episode, Lord, his storyline is getting on my nerves. And I like El Fuego because I feel like he's one of the better actors on the show. And I don't even like light skins like that, but he's the most attractive one on the show. And I hate that they giving him this storyline that's boring as fuck. But anyhow, he's still thinking about his ex and how his ex, her father was a pastor and didn't like El Fuego, basically, for, I guess, the life that he lived or leads or whatever. So now El Fuego is questioning if he should be working at the strip club or not, and how is the money worth it? Is the money worth his soul, you know? And Doc basically tells him, like, yo, like, all you doing is dancing, like, ain't no sin in that. However, you know, if you don't get out there and dance, you ain't gonna have no money at all. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like El Fuego, he don't get in the mix with all that extra stuff. Like, he don't take clients home. He don't do VIPs. He don't drink. He don't do drugs. I do feel like he's living the straight and narrow life, as straight as and narrow as a dancer, stripper can live. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he tripping for real. Let's talk about Babyface. So y'all know Babyface was propositioned with $10,000 to have a threesome with Tanya and her husband. So he goes back and he tells the fellas about it, and everybody's surprised that he turned down the $10,000. So he's like, well, if y'all want the money so bad, I'll give y'all her phone number. And everybody like, nah, we good. So Doc mentions how Babyface should get one of the amateurs to do it. And Babyface is like, good idea. So Babyface targets one of the new dancers. He meets him in the newbie locker room, and he's just like amping him up, like, oh, the ladies love you out there, bro. Like, you pretty good. Like, you could probably be with us one day and stuff like that. So the new guy, he like excited. He's like, oh yeah, really, me on me? Like, I'm surprised you're talking to me right now. Like, really starstruck. And it's like, calm down, sir. Calm down. But Babyface is like, yeah, so, you know, do you do any side hustles? And the new guy's like, side hustles, what you mean? He's like, well, VIP and stuff like that. And he's like, nah, I've never been back there. But if I went back there, like, I would do whatever. So Babyface said, well, what would you do for $1,000? And the new guy is like, I'll do anything, bro. I'll do anything for $1,000. And Babyface was like, all right, I'll keep that in mind. He was like, you ain't got to keep it in mind. I'll remind you. And Babyface like, yeah, all right. So I'm low-key thinking, like, now that I'm recapping it, out of $10,000, is Babyface gonna keep 9 and give old dude $1,000? Because if so, that is fucked up. He should at least give him 7 and then keep 3. I don't know. Anyhow, I feel like that's a lot of money. I would give the other dude 3 and I'll keep the 7. Anyways, when Babyface leaves, all the other new guys are in the locker room and they just like, bro, like they like laughing at dude. They're like, bro, Babyface, he gonna set you up, like he gonna fuck you up, bro. And the new guy's like, nah, he wouldn't do that. So we gonna see where that turns out. Let's go ahead and get into Midnight and his storyline, Lord Jesus. So y'all know Midnight was also propositioned with $500,000 to kill off Teresa's husband, right? So at this low-key was at the beginning of the episode. Midnight comes back to his apartment and he sees T. And he's like, he tells her that he completed the deed. And she low-key wants to pay him in sex, but he's like, I just want the money or whatever. So later at the club, Teresa comes and calls Midnight back to VIP. Well, Trouble messy ass goes over to Doc and is like, hey, do y'all share bitches around here? Because, you know, if y'all sharing bitches, let me know. And everybody's confused, like, what the fuck is you talking about? Well, she's like, Teresa requested Midnight up in VIP. So Doc don't believe it or whatever. And he like, and what's his name? What's that boy name? Fuego's like, yeah, I don't believe it. She Jonesing or whatever. So, and back in VIP, Teresa confronts Midnight on not completing the deed. So Midnight lied to Teresa saying that he did kill her husband when in turn he didn't. The husband showed Midnight the tape of Teresa beating herself up. And so she was like, well, why would you do that? Because now the police are questioning me on me having someone hired to kill my husband. He was like, good. So in the middle of their conversation, Doc comes in and he's like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like, they're talking, like, calm down. So Midnight is like, yo, bro, ain't nothing going on or whatever. Oh, well, he tell Teresa, he's like, tell him ain't nothing going on. And Teresa's like, I ain't got nothing to say. And she goes and sit down or whatever. That girl is a handful. So Midnight's like, bro, let's go talk about this in the locker room or whatever. And Doc pushes Midnight and shit. I'm like, what is wrong with you? First off, I understand if you found them in a compromising position, but I guess maybe because Doc already had his, like, suspicions, like, well, why do you have to, like, on last episode, it's kind of like, well, why do you have Teresa number Midnight? Like, what's that about and shit like that. So I guess he was still, like, fuming off of Midnight even having Teresa's number or whatever. Because he came in basically swinging on Midnight. So they start fighting. Doc winning at first, but then Midnight get him on the ground or whatever and start wailing on him. I don't remember how, but they get back up and they crash through the wall. Hence the title, Crash of the Titans. So the episode goes off. Am I mad at Doc? Yes. Because, bros before hoes. And you know this is a shiesty ass bitch. Anyway, she tried to get you to kill her husband. This might not even be your baby for real. I need to see the paperwork, okay? Like, you know this girl is not... No, you know she's not honest or trustworthy. So talk to your homeboy, Doc. Like, I really didn't like that for him. But we gonna see what happens on episode 4. Be sure y'all hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for those reviews. Don't forget, I also review College Hill Celebrity Edition as well as P-Valley. Like this video if you enjoyed my commentary and leave a comment down below. Did you enjoy this episode? Was it a little slow burn? Can we kill off a amp by now, please? Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. It's a date.